Welcome back to Share Science, the weekly science brief for August 17th, 2026. I'm Curie.
And I'm Derek.
Okay, so imagine this. If you took every single person on Earth and paired them up, you'd still have fewer pairs than the number of objects cataloged in the largest map of the universe ever made, which contains 4 billion objects. That's where we're starting today.
That's already blowing my mind. 4 billion objects? I can't even picture what that looks like. How do you even begin to map something that massive?
It's a monumental achievement, no doubt. This map, released by the DESI Legacy Imaging Surveys team, is the result of 13 years of work. They combined over 263,000 telescope exposures from 3 different surveys. And here's the kicker. It's not just for scientists. It's public. Anyone with an internet connection can explore it for free.
That's incredible. So this isn't just a tool for researchers. It's something anyone can use to explore the universe. I love that. But what's the purpose of this map? Is it just for looking at pretty pictures of galaxies?
Not at all. This map is actually the foundation for an even bigger project. It's the targeting system for the largest 3D map of the cosmos. The DESI instrument uses robotic optical fibers to measure the distances to individual galaxies. But to do that, it first needs to know where everything is. This 2D map is essentially the scaffolding for that work.
So this is like the blueprint for a much larger construction project. And even as scaffolding, it's already changing the game. What kinds of discoveries are researchers making with it?
Oh, so many. They're using it to hunt for gravitational lenses, track supernovae, and even map dark matter. One of the project leads, David Schlegel, said it's become part of the fabric of astronomy research. Anytime you're studying an astronomical object, you start by pulling up this map to see what you're dealing with.
And the fact that it's public means that anyone, whether it's a professional astronomer or a curious teenager, has access to the same data. That's such a powerful idea. It really democratizes science.
Exactly. And it's not just theoretical. Citizen scientists have already made real discoveries using earlier versions of this map. It's proof that opening up access can lead to incredible results. So, if you're listening, search DESI Legacy Survey Sky Viewer and start exploring. You might just find something no one else has ever seen.
All right, let's bring things back down to Earth. Literally. Our next story is about ancient forests and what happened to them the last time carbon dioxide levels spiked. And the way scientists figured this out is nothing short of genius.
It really is. The big question here was, how do you measure the density of a forest that died 56 million years ago? The answer lies in the waxy outer layer of plant leaves, called the cuticle. The shape of the cells in that cuticle changes depending on how much light the leaf grew in. More sunlight means rounder cells, while denser, shadier canopies produce irregular, wiggly cells.
That's such a clever approach. So they essentially reverse engineered the light environment of these ancient forests by studying fossilized leaf cells. But how did they know this method would work?
They calibrated it using modern forests. The researchers collected soil samples from forests with varying canopy densities and analyzed the cuticle cells in those samples. Then they applied that calibration to fossil cuticles from Wyoming, which 56 million years ago was a subtropical forest with palms, dawn redwoods, and sycamores.
Wait, Wyoming had palms? That's wild. But then came the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, or PETM, right? A massive carbon spike that caused global temperatures to rise dramatically.
Exactly. And initially, the forests thrived with more CO2. That's the fertilization effect. But that boost didn't last. Over the next few thousand years, canopy cover dropped by 61%.
That's a huge decline. And what's striking is that this happened over thousands of years. giving the forests time to adapt, and they still couldn't keep up. Compare that to today, where we're releasing carbon 10 times faster.
It's a sobering thought. And the loss of canopy wasn't just an ecological shift. It changed the landscape itself. Ancient soils gave way to coarser river deposits, showing how the loss of forests reshaped the land.
The climate changed the forest, and the forest changed the land. It's a feedback loop that's both fascinating and a little terrifying.
It really is. And it's a powerful reminder that the fossil record is like a long, expensive experiment that's already run. We just need to read the results.
And now, from ancient forests to ancient animals, specifically a 236-million-year-old fossil that might rewrite what we know about the origin of live birth in our lineage.
This one is wild. A graduate student in Argentina found embryonic tissue in a cynodont fossil, along with a neonatal line, a mark in the bone that forms at the moment of birth. This suggests that this animal gave birth to live young, not eggs.
And the kicker is the birth mass they estimated. It puts this animal squarely in the range of modern mammals, far above the numbers you'd expect for egg-laying reptiles or birds.
It's a game changer because it pushes the origin of live birth in our lineage back by 90 million years. But the researchers are careful to say this is compelling evidence, not a settled fact. They're already looking for more specimens to see if this was an outlier or part of a broader pattern.
Either way, it's fascinating. If live birth is this old, it changes how we think about our evolutionary history. And if it evolved independently, it shows just how useful this trait is.
It's a win-win for science. And speaking of rewriting what we know, let's talk about the dodo. Turns out, the stupid bird reputation it's carried for centuries is completely undeserved.
This one is so satisfying. Using CT scans of the only two complete dodo skulls in existence, researchers found that the dodo had relatively well-developed olfactory structures and a beak built for tactile sensing. This bird wasn't clumsy or stupid. It was adapted to its environment in ways we're just now beginning to understand.
And its brain size was exactly what you'd expect for a bird of its size. The dodo wasn't less intelligent than its relatives. It just had no experience dealing with humans, which led to its rapid extinction.
It's a sobering reminder that we often misjudge animals based on our own biases. The dodo wasn't a fool, it was just unprepared for the arrival of a species like us.
Finally, let's dive deep, literally, to talk about sperm whales and the loudest communication sound ever measured in a mammal. These clang sounds are not only ear-shatteringly loud, but they're also incredibly rhythmic, with clicks spaced up to 10 seconds apart.
That's like a drum beat at an impossibly slow tempo. And the precision required to maintain that rhythm is astounding. It's like the whales are saying, I am large, I am here, and I am in control.
Exactly. The researchers hypothesized that the rhythm itself might be the message, but they're still working to understand its full meaning. And with shipping noise potentially interfering with these signals, it's a race against time to decode them.
So to sum up, 5 stories, 1 theme. Every one of these discoveries was waiting for the right tool or the right question. The universe is full of answers. We just have to ask.
And that's the takeaway. Whether it's mapping the sky, reading ancient forests, or listening to whales, we're just scratching the surface of what we can know. Stay curious, everyone.